Hi, we're on to lesson 3 for vocabulary. Now this week our root word is sub, and it means under. Submarine is under the water, so sub. It can be used literally or figuratively. Now perhaps you know what literally and figuratively mean, but if I said the acrobat stood on his head, that is, he literally got down, put his head on the ground, and stood on his head. That's literal meaning. If I said the comedian did a fabulous job, he really stood on his head, I don't mean that he actually got down on the ground and stood on his head. It's just a figure of speech, meaning he did an outstanding job, and I express that with the phrase he stood on his head. It's like saying it's raining cats and dogs. It's not literally raining cats and dogs, but it gives a person the idea that it's just pouring down. So literally, figuratively. But our root word is sub, meaning under. Now, you have 2 sets of words this week that are easily confused. The first, and I'm going to put them both up here and then we'll talk about them, is subconscious, which is an adjective, and subliminal, which is an adjective. Now, subconscious is existing in the mind just below the level of awareness. So, let's see. Let me grab a pen here. So now if you're sitting in class and somebody is tapping their foot or their pen, and they're doing this, and you're kind of aware that it's going on, but it's not within your realm of focus. It's under your level of awareness. That's subconscious. Subliminal is different. It's like a different flavor of meaning, because subliminal is used when it's like in reference to advertising. So, for example, give you an example. You walk into a theater and you smell the popcorn and you think, oh, I gotta have popcorn to see this movie. That's subliminal advertising for you to go and buy a popcorn. When you see that commercial for the $6 burger on TV and there's that big old fat burger and the person takes a bite and it dribbles ketchup down their shirt, and you just think, oh, I gotta go get a hamburger. That's a subliminal advertising for a hamburger. So subliminal is not quite strong enough to be sensed or perceived consciously. But it's big in advertising because they want you to get that message in there so that you're thinking about going to get that whatever it is. So you have subconscious, subliminal, easily mixed up. The next 2 words are subjugate and subversion. Okay, subjugate is a verb, and it's when one person or one group or one nation takes over and controls another. They subjugate them. They put them under their control. So it's an external thing. It's from the outside controlling the outside. Subversion is a noun, and it is different, but people get these mixed up too, because subversion is from the inside out. This is what spies and espionage would involve. So it's an attempt to overthrow a government from within. So it's secret, it's within, whereas subjugate is one overtaking another, and it's very overt and outside. It's not secretive. So we have subconscious, which exists in the mind just below the level of consciousness. We have subliminal, which is not strong enough to be sensed or perceived consciously. We have subjugate, which is to bring under control and to rule or subject, to conquer. And we have subversion, which is an attempt to overthrow a government by working secretly from within. So these are our 4 new words based on our root word sub, which means under. So last week we had hider. Hydr come from the Greek word for water. And our 4 words that we had last week were dehydrate, to remove the water from. Hydraulic was relating to water. It's operated, moved, or brought about by the means of water. Hydroelectric was creating the electricity from water. And hydroponics was to grow plants in a nutrient solution using water. Okay, so this is our 3rd week. We had bio the 1st week, which was the Greek word for life. Then we had hydr, which is the Greek word for water. And then this week we have sub, which means under. Okay, so go ahead. Good luck with your definitions and your sentences in Canvas, and I will catch your notes on Monday.